Now, all y'all pay attention to this part right here. Sean is sat down, breaking down. You could see it on his face. His lawyer had just smiled. They're trying to pat him on the shoulder. Sean, don't worry about it, buddy. You're only convicted of first-degree murder and like everything else. You're only facing death, but you'll probably get life. You'll be good. You'll have soups, chips. You'll be able to watch football. Look at his face. All you kids out there watch me that want to live this drill lifestyle, look at his fucking face, because he's been tough as hell this whole time, and now there's tears. There's tears coming out of his eyes.
So Foolio's killer, Sean Gathright, breaks down crying after guilty verdict. I don't understand how they thought they was gonna get. I don't understand how they think they was gonna get off. Let's check it out, man.
The Foolio Five, otherwise known as the Five Suspects, now convicted in the brutal murder of Julio Foolio, have all been found guilty. And today we're going to be reacting to Sean Gathright, the 20-year-old convicted killer, crying like a bitch in court after realizing his life is over at 20 years old.
Have a seat. All right, it is my understanding that the jury has reached their verdict. Is that correct? Okay, I would ask the foreperson of the jury to please hand the verdict forms to the bailiff.
Y'all see his eye? Y'all see his eyes when the camera switched over? Listen, I don't give a fuck who you are. When you're at trial, you are going to be shitting yourself. I don't care how tough you are. We've seen it with countless gangsters. Everybody, the overwhelming amount of relief or just breaking down, lashing out. They're sitting in chairs where the fate of the rest of their life is about to get decided by a jury and then, you know, handed down by a judge. All of them have a disgusting feeling that I'm sure none of us can imagine, because I've never been to trial. You know, I felt like, oh shit, when I signed off and got sentenced, but I've never been to trial facing forever and a little extra.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I ain't never been to trial. I had a speeding ticket. That's about it. But boy right here, that boy eyes like, hey, his eyes, man, he's hoping. I'm talking about he been praying since last night. I know it for sure. Man, see, this is why you don't do crime, man.
So the look he got on his face is about right. But Sean got that cold stone killer appearance. And he's had this same look the entire time. But today, that's gonna get broken. You're gonna see his soul leave his body.
We, the jury, finds as follows as to count one: victim Charles Jones. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, the defendant...
There you go right there. That's the realization. That's that face. You realize, damn, my life over with. It's tough.
Actually possessed a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes.
And when he's found guilty, he just looks down in disbelief because he knows everything is over. Everything. This kid's 20 years old. And it's not just he was found guilty on one thing, he was found guilty on everything. Murder, attempted murder, possession of a firearm, everything. He's done. They're all done. They had to listen to Isaiah get sentenced first. One by one, they all found out that while Foolio is dead and his life is literally over, they're going to be alive while their lives are still over. There's nothing for them. If I had to bet money, if there was a place to bet, I'm betting they all get life sentences. Plus additional time. Life for the first degree murder, and then what, maybe 20 years for the attempts, 15 for the firearm. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be life plus another lifetime worth of years that they're going to be sentenced to. And this is going through all of their brains. This is going through their mind. This is what he's thinking about as he's sitting here looking like this at 20 years old, because just a few minutes back, he had this stone cold stare. And I guarantee you, if he beat this fucking case, he would have stood up. He would have been hyped. He would have been like, I'm getting out this bitch. Jumped right on Instagram, got back on his bullshit, taking pictures like this. Probably would have had a little bottle of Don Julio just to show off.
Yep. Flexing.
But that's not what happened. He got found guilty as fuck.
This is a reality when you get caught. It's over with. You're gonna be in jail with 1,000 plus people for the rest of your life. 1,000 plus dudes for the rest of your life. Sharing bunks, smelling dookie, drinking out the toilet. Man, I can't see. This is why I never chose this life, man. This ain't no good life, man. Like, this ain't the 90s, this ain't the 80s no more. You're getting caught. It's cameras everywhere. You got car cameras, you got ring cameras, you got street light, traffic cameras. They can track where you're going. They can track where you come from 1,000,000 miles away. And it's no point of being a street dude no more, man. Go ahead and get a regular job, man.
And he's about to get finished in the courtroom.
The defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally possess a firearm? Yes.
Now, I'm not going to make us go through the whole goddamn thing because it's just boring and it takes forever. Court is court, right? It doesn't matter how entertaining or how big the case is. This shit's boring as fuck. But I'm going to skip to the part that all y'all want to see when bruh get the boohoo crying. Now, all y'all pay attention to this part right here. Sean is sat down, breaking down. You can see it on his face. His lawyer had just smiled. They're trying to pat him on the shoulder. Sean, don't worry about it, buddy. You're only convicted of first-degree murder and like everything else. You're only facing death, but you'll probably get life. You'll be good. You'll have soups, chips. You'll be able to watch football. Look at his face. All you kids out there that watch me, that want to live this drill lifestyle, look at his fucking face, because he's been tough as hell this whole time, and now there's tears. There's tears coming out of his eyes. His co-defendants are getting walked away. They're not gonna see each other again until sentencing. And he's sitting there breaking down, crying. He didn't fold during the trial. He didn't snitch on anybody. Nothing like that. But when it came to being tough as fuck this whole time, he's sitting here crying. And there's no reason for him to be crying. He should be celebrating. The same way these lawyers are happy that their job is done for the day. He should be celebrating because killing Foolio, this is, like I've said in prior videos, this is putting in work. You went and slid on your op and killed him. Sean blowing a fucking rifle. These shits is smacking off Foolio's chest, just pushing right through him, pushing his hat out of his fucking back. Y'all got him. Y'all put in work. This is what you worked for. This is the outcome of that life. This is exactly, this moment right here is what the fuck you worked for.
It's what you worked for, man.
Found guilty of first-degree fucking murder. I don't have any sympathy for him. Because right after this happened, it wasn't like, oh yeah, we got get back for our homie. All is good. All is well. All is done. No. He celebrated.
The Do It video was posted on June 23rd, so the Sunday of the murder, approximately 6 p.m.
On the 23rd, did you have a return from Sean Gathright's device, which referenced a music video from Young and Ace?
Yes, so this is a screenshot that was taken from Sean Gathright's iCloud download, and what we can see in this screenshot is the timestamp at the top says 7:40, so approximately an hour and 40 minutes after Ace's Do It song came out. He screenshots a Reddit post in the Duval County thread, "Let Ace's new song marinate."
And what did it say underneath that?
Why didn't he read it like that? Let Ace's new song marinate. But yeah, Ace dropped a song, and Foolio's killer is literally screenshotting posts that basically fuck with it. You know? You gotta understand, this man is probably feeling all different types of feelings. He just killed somebody, but he killed somebody that everybody in his city hated for the most part. And now he wants to celebrate. But murder is one of those things that you cannot celebrate unless you plan on doing forever in prison.
Where was the device based on the cell site information that you had?
So based off of the location cell site data, we know that Sean Gaithright's device traveled post-murder first to Polk County to his grandma.
I'm surprised they didn't get Ace for this shit too. 'Cause, I mean, it was kind of obvious, like who, you know what I mean, like who, not who exactly did it, but who the people who did it was associated with it. It was kind of obvious.
Mother's house, and then to Orlando in the area of a nightclub called Parlay.
Were there some photographs which confirmed Sean Gathright's presence along with his sister and love interest, the Kyla Enright and Nevaeh Gathright?
Yes, at this point in the evening on Sunday, it appears that Sean Gathright had united with Nevaeh and Kyla at the club, and there was still images and videos in Sean Gaithright's download.
Bottles inside of this Parlay Club?
Yes.
And did the location information from the device also put Mr. Gathright at that location?
Correct.
We did it.
So Sean kills Foolio, goes to his grandmother's in Polk County, then goes to Orlando and hits the club with some hoes, gets a bottle of Don Julio, and he's taking videos. Like, you can't make this shit up. And then you have the nerve to cry in the courtroom. Like, anybody's gonna fucking feel bad for you.
To your knowledge, other than himself and Don Julio bottles, were there any other videos during this time?
No.
Happy. This is a happy Sean right here. After being found guilty, sad Sean. Let me just show y'all this. Happy Sean, sad Sean. Happy Sean, sad Sean. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be free living your life, or do you want to be this motherfucker who is temporarily happy in a club in Orlando with two broads he's never gonna see again, and now boohoo crying in the fucking courtroom? That's going viral. He's gonna go to prison. Everyone's gonna be like, yo, you was the one that was crying, right? None of the other ones are crying. You were the one that was crying though, right? That's his reality. And not even just that, the fact that he always did some wild shit. Y'all didn't see the video of him trying to escape? Now, this is what somebody looks like when they know they're facing forever. They just stand. He's not being told to do this. He's voluntarily doing this. He's standing there with his face against a fucking wall, right? He ripped off his ankle monitor. And he's thinking of 1,000 ways to get out of this situation. And the best thing that he's gonna come up with is he's gonna try to play with the air vent that's above this table. Because in this moment, he knows he's now booked. He doesn't know how this shit's gonna go, but he knows he's booked. He needs to get the fuck away. He probably wants to put his head through the fucking wall because he knows he's got nothing left. This is over with for him. Nobody's gonna pay for no crazy lawyer. He's not getting out of this situation. This is exactly how he's gonna look when he gets in that prison cell. He's gonna be walking around, pacing back and forth, realizing that no matter what he does, how loud he screams, he's never getting out.
Nope.
He can bang on the window, he can bang on the door. He's never getting out of this situation because of something that he decided to do, which was taking the life of Charles Jones, aka Foolio. And I don't understand how the fuck he thought this was gonna work, but it clearly doesn't. Now, sentencing, obviously, nobody knows how bad this is gonna go. If he's already crying during being found guilty, I'm sure in sentencing he's probably gonna faint, because that's when the truth, I can finally take these off. That's when the truth to the situation is gonna get revealed. How much time he's actually gonna get, how much time they're all going to get. I guarantee you the girl is gonna get the least because she got found guilty of manslaughter, a lesser charge. But as
she's
far
gonna
as
be
them,
on for years.
as far as Sean specifically, I'm leaning towards a life sentence plus additional time for all of the other offenses. The attempted murders, I'm gonna go with 20. The firearm during the crime, I'm gonna go with a 15 piece.
15.
I think he's gonna walk with like, I don't know, life plus maybe
45?
40, 60, 50, something like that in that range. The judge is gonna
He gonna die in that bitch. It's over with.
put belt to ass and set an example. Keep that Jacksonville shit over there. Don't bring it to Tampa. We don't need that in Tampa. Y'all think y'all gonna do some brazen shootings? Well, they gonna get brazen in that courtroom and sentence you to forever. These are the moments that are important to cover so that the youth, most of y'all watching these videos, not just some, understand the severity of these situations. And you know, if you're thinking you're gonna be the young and Ace who he didn't have to be involved, but he gets to drop the song and diss him and reap the benefits, with as much shit as they talked about in this case, I wouldn't be surprised if they hit him with a fucking RICO. To be honest with you, I'm not wishing it on him, but this is just the reality of the situation. And if you think Ace is the one that wins, understand that he was in a car when he watched 3 of his people die in front of him and they almost took his life. Understand that Ace has essentially been blackballed because of how much violence is associated with his music, how much his music has contributed to violence. Ace isn't as successful as some of the other people you see. So don't think that he's the real winner in this when he's lost just as much. He's just one of the few that are actually in society and still breathing. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and
Hey man, this is a definite message. Like, if you're a youngin', man, just it's time to stop. Like, the streets ain't real, man. You're going to end up 2 places. You're going to end up dead or in jail. That's it. You know what I mean? And that's all you're going to end up. There's no survivors, no winners. You're going to go to jail. If you lucky to get out, you're going to come out broke as hell. Life gone, no legacy. You're going to be begging on the street. It's no winning. Like, there is not one thug. Like, yeah, it's people that live and it's people that was able to change their lives, but it's no really thug that really lived the life, that had a prosperous life later in their life, man. It's no point. You're just gonna end up like them, or you're gonna end up deceased like Foolio, man. But hey man, if you made it to the end of the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.